Hey guys, I wanted to make a channel update video, kind of explain a few things that are going on and a few things that will be going on in the future on this channel as well. I know I haven't been uploading as regularly over the summer as I had previously. There's reasons for that, which I'll get into. Um, basically, it's September 14th when I'm recording this. It'll be the 15th probably by the time I actually get this posted, which is actually the 2-year anniversary of when I found out I was getting a divorce. Now, this isn't a pity party or anything like that. I'm just explaining the context of everything. So, this summer, I did a lot of traveling. I'll put up a few pictures while I'm talking here. I went on a trip to Utah. I went to the Canyonlands. I got to see, that whole thing. I've never really been to Utah before, which was fun. I went and visited my sister down in Alabama. She works at the University of Alabama. She actually is a professor there, a doctor. I went with her. We drove down to Florida. We went to the Kennedy Space Center, Biscayne Bay National Park, Fort Jefferson, the Everglades, kind of all over Florida while we were down there. Because I hadn't seen her in a while, and it was fun. She had some time off during the summer, and I always wanted to especially go to NASA, so that was fun to get to do that. And then I came back to Oregon. I traveled around here a little bit with some friends. I went up to Mount St. Helens. I'd been there a few times, but I went up there again. Just general stuff like that. And the reason I'm bringing all this up is because that was a big part of why I didn't post videos. I don't really talk about my personal life that much on this channel. It's not the purpose or the scope of this channel. So, and also I don't really like to advertise when I'm going on vacation to people online, because then they know nobody's home at my house. But I'm not going to be going anywhere for the next few months because I have a lot of stuff that I need to actually get in line. I have been selling a lot of my stuff, getting ready to sell my house. I have decided that it's time to move on. Like I said, it's been 2 years tomorrow, or today, whenever I upload this, since I found out I was getting a divorce. And at first it's a sad thing, but in retrospect, it has been a very freeing thing, because I have never been happy in a 9-to-5 kind of commercialized, consumerist environment. It's not how I was raised. It's not how I grew up. I kind of fell into it through college and that sort of stuff. And then, of course, my ex-wife was, the typical American person. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's one of the things that didn't work out. I want to live a more sustainable, not in like a hippie way, like environmentally necessarily, that's part of it, but like a more personally sustainable for me kind of lifestyle. I have been working in collections for a major cell phone carrier for longer than I'd like to even think about. I am almost done with a business degree, and nothing in my life has really felt right in a long time. I grew up in the woods of Maine, in a cabin. I didn't have running water until I was 12. I know a lot of people look down on that kind of thing, but I've been thinking about where I want to be. Part of the reason is one of my friends, my best friend, his cousin just died tragically last week at a young age, like younger than me, in their mid-20s. And an online friend of mine had a bicycle accident the same week and ended up breaking their neck. They're going to recover, but she's going to need plastic surgery, have to wear a neck collar for 12 weeks, all that kind of stuff. And it's all just been a reminder that life is very short, and sometimes a lot shorter than any of us think it will be, or will change in ways that we don't anticipate. And it's too short to keep doing things that don't make you happy. If you're happy working a regular corporate 9-to-5 kind of job, then more power to you, do it. I'm not saying that that's wrong or right. I'm saying it's wrong for me. Ever since I was a kid, I've never fit with the whole schedule thing all that well. I do it when I have to. There needs to be pressure on me, like I will be evicted, basically. Like if I miss a mortgage payment or rent, there has to be some sort of reason beyond just it's what I do. I don't like it. It just doesn't fit with me. And I'm at a point where financially I can afford to buy some land back in Maine, go home there, build a cabin. Probably an off-the-grid cabin. That's one of the reasons I'm mentioning this, is because it's going to affect this channel, obviously. And live more the way that I would like to. I'll be able to get to a point where I can work part-time, maybe even just seasonally, to pay for things around the house, upkeep, that sort of thing. If I own my land outright like that and my expenses are low, it's a much more financially sustainable, with less work kind of life. There's more actual work you have to do, like, gathering wood and hauling water and stuff. But I grew up doing that stuff, and there's a big difference, at least for me, between doing that sort of work, which you need to do to live, and doing work collecting bills for a big company that I don't care if they get paid one way or the other. It doesn't affect me. I'm just doing a job. It's like you punch in, you punch out, don't care. Or or any sort of thing like that where you're making other people money. It's not very fulfilling. It's kind of soul crushing in most ways. I've worn a few different hats in my day, and I've always found that to be true. If you're not working for yourself in some capacity, it's just not. It doesn't work for me. So after giving it thought over the whole summer, walking around in the woods, spending a lot of time around here in Oregon, I've decided I can put my house up for sale, make enough money off of that, because our housing market is actually very good, knock on wood, that it'll stay that way until the spring, because I'm not going to do this until after Christmas. But our housing market's very good here right now in the greater Portland area, and I should be able to sell my house pretty quickly, get out, get my land, all that stuff next summer. Obviously, I'm going to stay here during the winter because Maine and New England in general, the ground's frozen during the winter. You can't build anything. And I have things I need to do over Christmas, and it's going to take time to get this all rolling in a more permanent fashion anyway, because it takes time to sell a house. But I've committed to doing this now. I haven't talked about it until now because I wasn't sure, but the wheels are in motion. I've been talking to a real estate agent. I've been getting some stuff done around here, landscaping wise and stuff, just to get it a little more curb appeal and ready to go right away when I do pull the trigger after Christmas. And how this is going to affect my channel is, first of all, this year there's not going to be really any console games because I've been going through and getting rid of stuff, a lot of my rifles, handguns, video games, stuff that I'm not going to want to bring with me all the way across the country again. I'm going to be basically building probably something about 12 by 24 foot, which isn't actually much bigger than the office I have in this house right now that I'm in. So I need to downsize my stuff a lot. I don't want to be a prisoner to stuff anymore. I have a 1,500 square foot house, and it's one person living here. And the rest is just empty rooms that, I have to pay to heat, and a lot of stuff that's in storage here that I don't ever use. I want to get to a point where it's just the stuff I use, and that's it. And that, of course, if I'm going to be living off the grid, which is most likely going to happen, that's actually something I'm debating still, whether I'm going to do shore electricity or just completely off the grid, figure out a solar system, all that stuff. Obviously, my gaming computer uses way too much power. I have 3 monitors here. It's got a Core i7. It's a whole big desktop thing. That's not going to fly there either. So next year, it will probably pretty much be the end of this channel. It's been something fun that I've done for a long time. I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. I do enjoy YouTube. I will probably actually start sort of a vlog series about my experiences getting a homestead going, and share, just not necessarily like a how-to thing, just like how I did it kind of thing, of how, for people who are interested in how to change the way you live if you want to. I'm not an expert. It is the way that I lived until I was a teenager when my parents got a divorce, and it's a long story about that, but I want to get back to just being out in the woods and, hunting, fishing, all the stuff people do for fun. I used to do that as just my life, and I could do it again. So life's too short to be doing things you don't want to do. Maybe I'll die before I even get to do this. But the point is, you need to be moving towards the things you want to be doing, not be in a rut. This divorce has been an opportunity for me to do something that I would not have been able to do if I were still married. So I'm still married to her. There are women who do this. It's not like there aren't. But it's an opportunity to break with my old life and start doing what I want to be doing, not compromise on things, and see where it goes. Who knows? So like I said, I have a few videos that are in process right now that I've recorded that are being rendered. on console. Those are going to continue. I'm going to actually be getting rid of my Xbox One and my PlayStation 4 and stuff like that very soon. I'm going to keep the computer until probably the very end because I like having it, and I have the electricity here, so it's not a problem. So I'll be downgrading to just using a laptop and probably some sort of rural internet like HughesNet or something like that. So it's going to change things a lot in terms of content production. And like I said, I think I'll start a separate vlog channel probably after the new year. It's going to just be dealing with how I'm doing this, what I'm doing, all that stuff. So this has been kind of long now. I think it's about 11 minutes almost. So I'm probably going to end it here. I'm going to keep doing, like I said, the Europa Universalis, Star Trek Online, space, not Kerbal Space Rover, Space Engineers, anything PC related. I'm going to finish up those console series. If it's emulated, I probably could play it. But I'm going to be gradually, focusing this down a lot more. This has never been something that has made money for me. I do it out of the fun of it. I like YouTube. I like the interactions, even though I haven't been responding to comments. I do read all my comments that I get, and most of them are very good. There's a few of you that have I recognize your names. I don't know you, but you've been commenting and subscribed for a long time, and I really do appreciate that. And it makes me happy to see those comments especially from familiar faces. Familiar screen names, I guess I should say. But I don't know how this is going to be received. I know a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy. It's not the lifestyle most people choose to live, but there are some of us that do. And like I said, I kind of have been down this road. I still know people there. A lot of my family lives there. And New England has always felt like home to me. I've lived in Oregon for more than a decade now, and it's never felt like home. It's beautiful here. I like the Pacific Northwest a lot. It's growing a lot, which is very unfortunate. No offense to anyone in California, but there's a lot of Californians moving here, which is good for me because I'm trying to sell a house and they bring their California money up here. But it's changed a lot. It's growing a lot. It would not be my choice of a home. I kind of fell into it and then ended up staying here because I met someone. So, I've had a lot of good experiences, a lot of bad experiences in Oregon. It's been an adventure. And I'm looking forward to an adventure again, moving and all that. So I want to thank you all for watching. I'm sorry this is kind of a strange video. I know this is a video game channel, and this is supposed to mainly be about video games, and I never usually do bring that much personal stuff in. I do this a couple times a year, maybe, that I do a channel update, and only a few of them have even dealt with anything. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you'll keep watching for the remaining time that I'm doing this. We'll see where things go. Like I said, I'm not going to have a cutoff date or any specific plan for that stuff. I'm going to keep doing it as I'm able to do it. If I get to a point where I can run a gaming computer reasonably well with the, off-grid power that I'm thinking about doing, then probably I'll keep doing it. But it's definitely going to change a lot in the next 6 months or so. And if I disappear for any periods of times, know that it's not that I have lost interest. It's just that I am busy getting money stuff, job stuff, house stuff, all that stuff aligned to be able to do this. So I want to thank you for watching for however long you have been. I appreciate it, and I will see you around.